There we go. And I'm going to share my screen. Okay, I'm going to trust Gabby. I can see you. So give me a thumbs up if you see my screen. Okay, good. That's great. Okay, so like I said, this is our new ambassador orientation. This is just a team picture we took last year at the Rockstar Days on 38. Some of you might have seen that we are actually in the middle of a contest for you to win a free weekend in Destin, Florida. We call it the Barbie Dream House. It's this fabulous house that I feel like was just made for us. And we get to go. It's completely free. And we do a little bit of training, but mostly it's just fun and fellowship. So it's just, you have to be Ruby to get there, and then there's a few other little fun ways to get there. So again, if you don't know the details of that, just ask me or your upline, especially if you've never been to Florida. But I am Julia Carty. I'm your diamond upline. All that means is I've worked myself up to the top of the company. My Plexus story started about, well, I guess probably about 4 years ago. Well, actually, probably about 5 years ago. Yesterday was 5 years ago I moved to Dallas, Texas. It was kind of the anniversary of us moving to Texas. We became Texans for a short period of time. And there I met Andrea Mitchell, and she's right here. She's holding little boomies. I met her in Sunday school, and we just kind of hit it off and became good friends. But soon after we met, she started posting about Plexus. And I kind of got really annoyed. My husband had been in the ministry for 9 years. We kind of had an agreement that I would never sell anything. Just early on in our marriage, I had gone to one of those parties. I had spent some money I shouldn't have spent. I felt kind of awkward. I felt like I had to, buy something. And I was like, I never want to make my friends and family feel like they have to buy something from me. So just early on, we said, we're never going to sell anything. We really didn't understand how ministry and selling something could go hand in hand. And so when Andrea started posting about Plexus, I had never heard about it, but honestly, I just knew I didn't want anything to do with it. I thought she was crazy. I was like, you don't need to lose weight. You don't really need extra money. Why are you doing this? And soon after that, about every woman, like I mentioned, 2 of my pastor's wives, but every woman that I knew in the DFW area was selling Plexus on Facebook. And I discovered that unfollow button, and I unfollowed everyone. I was like, if you're going to try to sell me something, I don't want to see it on my newsfeed. I really use Facebook to keep up with my friends and my family back home. And so I tell you that because you might have friends and family that unfollow you. I told them we would go to lunch every Tuesday after a women's Bible study. And I told them, I was like, if you mention Plexus to me, I'm not going to lunch with you ever again. Like I'm really not a mean person, but I was just that turned off by it. So I tell this to you to say, if you have a friend like that, if you have people in your life that are like, good for you doing that Plexus stuff, I'm not interested, they might be the next diamond on your team. You have no idea what their end story is going to be. So just love them where they're at. And that's what my friends did. They didn't stop being my friend. They didn't shove Plexus down my throat, nothing like that. They just loved me where I was at. They just continued to be relational and be my friends. So one day at Playdate, I have 4 children. You can see the crazy children right here doing their thing. The 2 youngest, Roman and Lottie, they had severe eczema. So we had gone to allergists, dermatologists, and nothing was helping their skin. So during a play date, Andrea handed me a bottle of the ProBio 5 and the body cream, and she said, Julia, just give this a try. And honestly, I just rolled my eyes. I was like, you're trying to stuff this stuff down my throat. I'm not interested. Put it in my diaper bag, went home. I might have given it to them like twice, and I said it didn't work. Again, you're going to have customers, you're going to have team members that tell you that Plexus doesn't work. 99.9% of the time, they're going to be like me. They're going to try it a couple times and say it doesn't work. They're not really looking for it to work. They're not going to be consistent. They're not going to take it long enough. This is not overnight magic. So still didn't really want anything to do with it. And then a few more months passed, and something happened in our life. And my husband actually lost his job. Now, we had 4 young kids. I was very passionate about being a stay-at-home mom. I knew that's what I wanted to do. I have a teaching degree, but I really didn't want to have to go back to teaching that fall. He ended up getting a job here in Mobile, Alabama. So we decided, okay, I'm probably going to have to look for a job teaching in Alabama, which is kind of scary to think about. But I went to breakfast with Andrea, and she started chatting about her stuff. And again, not really talking Plexus to me, but I looked at her, I was like, how much money are you making with that Plexus stuff? And she told me, and I about fell out my chair. Because I am recording this and we're not supposed to give numbers away, I can't tell you the exact amount, but I'll tell you it was 5 digits in 1 month. And I was like, oh my goodness, if you can make that, I can make $1,000 in 1 month. If I can make $1,000, I wouldn't have to go back teaching. I could stay at home with the 4 kids. I was planning to homeschool here in Alabama. And so I called Jared and I said, look, if the products work and our friends are making money, maybe I should give this a try. So I started giving Roman and Lottie the probiotic and the body cream. I tell people they were my guinea pigs. They took the products. My children took the products before I did. And sure enough, it cleared up their skin. For the first time ever, their eczema started clearing up. So I knew the products worked, so I knew I could put my name behind it. So I jumped in with 2 feet before moving back to Alabama. And I tell everybody, this is probably my biggest piece of advice to all of you, especially those of you who just joined. Pick up the phone. If you have their number in your phone, you know them well enough to just pick up the phone. They should not find out from Facebook or text that you're doing this. So I started calling my friends, and I'll tell you, I wasn't that bold. I was like, hey, don't make fun of me, but I'm about to start selling Plexus. And some of them were like, oh my goodness, I'll try it. Oh, I'll jump on. Some of them were like, you're crazy, I'm not doing it. And some of them have jumped on since, some still aren't doing it. I have a lot of friends still not doing it. You just never know. But you need to be bold and you need to be excited, because I really feel my excitement was contagious. And I just started telling everybody about it. And I'll tell you, probably my favorite memory is right up the street from where I live now. I went to Publix. Love Publix. Missed it. We didn't have it in Texas. It's a grocery store for those of you that don't know. And I was about to go in to buy groceries, and I got the email that we got our first paycheck. And guys, we had just moved to Mobile. My husband had a sales job, and you know how that works. We didn't really know how we were going to pay rent at all. And I opened up that first paycheck, and I was just hoping it would cover our products. And to the penny, it covered our products and our entire first month rent. And it was right then and there that I realized, I just started crying. I was like, you know what, this could change the future for my family. This really could be something big for us. I couldn't believe that I had made that much in my first month. So again, I was excited, and I continued to share on Facebook, and I started messaging people, and I posted consistently. I said I was never going to post on Facebook even when I joined, and I posted a couple times, and people started becoming interested, and I had to post more and more. And it kind of gets addicting, especially when you're getting people who are interested in what you're doing. So in 9 months, I hit Emerald. That's when you win the car and you win the trip to Hawaii. This is us in Hawaii. My Jules actually the same. I remember that October, they did an incentive, corporate did, for a free iPad, and I won an iPad. That's probably my kids' favorite thing, because they didn't have one at that point. But lots of fun things. But I'll tell you, besides the money and the amazing products, what is really giving our family is time freedom. My husband actually was able to quit his job at after me being part of it for 9 months. He's been a stay-at-home dad for over 2 years. My children get to have both their mom and dad home. We were able to homeschool together. Now my kids get to go to a fabulous private school here in Mobile. And we just get to be hands-on all the time. And so to me, those memories and that time for them is something we're never going to regret, and probably the biggest blessing I have through Plexus. So that's kind of my story. I don't want to keep it too long, but I do want to say, in case you don't know, you are on the best team in Plexus. And I don't say that arrogantly, but I do want to real quickly just let you kind of know where you are. So Plexus, there's about 600,000 ambassadors now. That's between Australia, Canada, is it New Zealand? I'm not sure. I know Australia, Canada, and the U.S. And I say we have the strongest upline. This is our kind of family tree. This is Celeste Gwynn. She is the company's first double diamond. She has actually reached the top of the company twice. She signed up her best friend, Roz, who worked for her. I mean, no, they were best friends. They were best friends. Roz worked 3 different jobs trying to make ends meet. And she told Celeste, you know, I don't have time for Plexus. And Celeste told her, you know what, you don't have time not to do Plexus. And now Roz gets to be a stay-at-home mom and do the things that she loves. Roz recruited Andrea. Andrea was my friend from Sunday school. Andrea had worked for Roz. Now, Andrea was a stay-at-home mom. Again, I thought she was crazy at first, but she just fell in love with the products. Her whole family was using the products, and so she decided to jump in. She recruited Ellen Ford, and she's one of the pastor's wives I was telling you about at our church. Ellen was a paralegal. She has twins. I guess they're probably about 10 years old now. They're about my kid's age. Now she's a stay-at-home mom and pastor's wife. She recruited Angie. Angie and Andrea and I, we were all in Bible study together. Angie had just adopted a little boy when she joined Plexus and wanted to be at home. And actually, I met Angie in a Dave Ramsey class. Ironically, we were both broke. So, and so we just kind of do this together. The neat thing about all 6 of us is we're at the very top of the company. And again, I don't say that arrogantly. I say it in a way of, we have done this. We've all hit the top of the company. And I hear other companies where like one person's at the top. I love that so many of my friends, people that I knew before Plexus, are at the top of this company with me. It's not just me. And that's why I have full confidence. I'm staring at Gabby right here because she's like the only one that would turn her video on with me. Like, she is going to be her face is going to be right below mine one day. I have no doubt. So that's why I get excited about these things, because I know anyone that's willing to give it their all and be consistent, they can make it to the top of this company. And here's kind of another little proof. These are all the jewels that are below me. So those are kind of my uplines. I have 15 jewels now below me. These girls, several of them I lived with in college. Several of them were kind of family members. A couple of them, the 3 newest at top, honestly, I met through Plexus. So it's not always the people you know. It's sometimes, well, I knew Brandy, and Brandy met Randy in Italy when she was stationed, you know, for military. I knew, you know, Rebecca and Lindsay from Alpha-Gam, but they knew Abby from living in Dothan. Does that make sense? I really don't know if that's how they knew Abby. But, you know, it's not like I knew all these girls. But these are all the people who have been in Hawaii with me and who have reached the top of the company, top ranks. So I just think it's really exciting. So we're going to jump in. I'm going to kind of just tell you the lowdown of it and how to get there. If you're on here and you're like, Julia, I'm not trying to win a trip to Hawaii. I'm not trying to win a Lexus. That is fine. We can focus on just getting your products paid for. You know, that's where most of us start. We're just like, we need to get our products paid for, because most of us don't have an extra $100 in our budget. So we pretty much it's the same steps. It's just how consistent you're going to be in doing them. So here's a compensation plan real quick. There is a video, and you can write this down if you're making notes. It's called Earn to Learn, like Learn to Earn Plexus. Just Google it. Learn to Earn. They do a fabulous job of breaking down the compensation plan. So I'm not going to take a ton of time tonight doing it, but I do want to highlight a few things. We have ranks. The first rank is silver, and you get cash bonuses for each rank. So you have silver, gold, senior gold, ruby, senior ruby. You can see you get $100, $250, $350, $500. And they're all based on how many ambassadors, not sales, but ambassadors you get up under you. So to go gold, you have to have 100 points, which is about 20 ambassadors under you. The points thing can get kind of confusing, and that's why I don't try to go in huge depth tonight. But we can definitely talk about this. When you hit ruby, that's when you win your free Lexus in the trip to Hawaii. So you can really see that it's kind of like a snowball. When you start getting a team, I always say, and we're going to talk about this, just go silver. I want all of you this tonight to focus on going silver. Even if you're already silver, you need to focus on going silver again, because that's what's going to build your team. In the compensation plan, we get paid 5 times a month. Actually, we get paid today. We get paid a little bit early. Typically, it's on the 15th. I don't even know what day it is, to be honest. Maybe it's not early. But you get the commissions, and that is that 15 or 25% of your volume. You get preferred customer bonuses, building bonuses and rank achievements. Those were those cash bonuses, and then profit sharing, the points. So I always tell my new ambassadors, and really anybody on my team, if you're diamond or silver, you have 2 goals every month: to hit $500 in sales. That way you get 25% commission. Remember, your products, you make commission off your own products. Somebody messaged me that this week. They're like, do I make commission off my own products? I was like, yes, you do. So I just spent $120 on my products. I'm going to make 25% of that back because I'll hit $500 after a few of my customers buy. PV comes from your purchases and your customers. Then any of your level 1, so Gabby's my level 1, if she goes and sells $500 worth, I'm going to make 5% off of $400. So you make 5% off all your level 1s. Now, you also get preferred customer bonuses. There's 3 ways to buy, and I have a little write-up if you need this to send to your potentials, but it's retail, preferred, and wholesale. Now, I never let anyone buy retail because that's the most expensive way to buy, and it seems silly. If people aren't ready to join, or maybe they're not going to buy $100 worth, maybe they're not going to buy consistently, you want them to be a preferred customer. That way, if they buy, just slim from you, you're going to make not only that 25% commission, you're going to make a $15 cash bonus. For every triplex you sell, you make a $20 cash bonus. I'm looking for it right here. I'm sorry, this is in the way. Yeah, a $20 cash bonus. So you can see if you could get 5 customers, just preferred customers, to buy a triplex from you, you're paying for your triplex. So those preferred customer bonuses really do start adding up when you get customers. But not only you have remember 2 goals: to get 25% in sales, but also to go silver. Silver is the first rank in Plexus. You have to have $100 in PV. Your welcome pack counts for that. And then you have to sign up 3 ambassadors. You will receive $25 or $50 depending on what welcome pack they buy. But you also get $100 cash back. The average silver ambassador makes about $442 a month. Think about that. What would you do with an extra $400 a month? And that's maybe a car payment, that's your kids' ballet and baseball, that's, maybe knocking down those credit card bills, whatever it is. An extra $442 really helps out. But I just truly believe in the power of 3. When I first started, I kind of got overwhelmed. I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to get, 20 people on my team. I don't know 20 people that's going to do this with me. But when I just focused, okay, 3 people. I just kept on saying 3 people. And once I got 3, I would try to get 3 more. And it just kind of builds on itself. The financial potential. This is just real quick. We can't share this on Facebook. And honestly, sometimes these numbers just make me laugh. Because this is what the potential is for every month. So the average silver makes between $200 and $1,500 a month, depending on their sales. You can see maybe your goal is to make $1,000 a month. Then, okay, I want to be gold, senior gold with good sales. You would make about $1,000 a month. Ruby, senior ruby, you can see. Pretty much all those girls under me, they're all making above $10,000 a month. Now, I'll say my time, and I laugh at this, I'm making probably about 3 times more of that. So that's definitely the low end there. And that's per month. That's not yearly salary. So you can see the financial potential is really just incredible. But, okay, so this is where we're really digging in. I said we were digging in just a minute ago. That's kind of like all the, to me, called not the boring stuff, because how we get paid and what we get paid is fabulous. But you're new, what do you do? So it's very simple. I tell people this business can be hard sometimes. It can. People won't be consistent. Maybe they tell you the products don't work because they're just taking it, not taking it every day. Maybe you can't get signed in on your new back office. Sometimes it can be hard. However, it's always simple. And we want to keep things simple because people will come back if we keep things simple. And I really think that's why our team is so far above most other teams. Is A, be a product of the product. You have to love these products. Now, guys, I did not have a ton of health issues. I didn't have a ton of weight to lose. So I never had this huge I mean, I just don't have a huge testimony. Now, my kids' eczema went away. My husband hasn't had a migraine in 3 years. My mom is off all her lupus medication. You know, I can talk about things in my family, and that might be something for y'all. You know, once you start making money, start putting your family on the products that you know that have these issues. But as for you, don't feel like you have to have this big before and after, but you do have to love the products. You don't have to take all the products. There's a few I just don't take, but there's others that I won't live without. So just find the ones that suit you. Work with your upline, work with me if you need to, and let's find the ones that you love, because everyone needs Probio 5 and everyone needs our vitamin, period. That's why I tell everyone. Those two things there's no one on earth to me that can't benefit from those two things. Next thing is post on social media immediately. That kind of ties on that. Don't wait till you have this big story. Don't wait. So many people, and this is not my personality, feels like, oh, I gotta know, I have to know what I'm talking about before I talk about it. No, you don't. People are your friend on Facebook because they love you and they want to know about your story. So share your story as it goes. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I got my Plexus 96 in. I can't wait to try it. Don't lie and say, oh, I love Plexus 96. No, tell them that you just got it in and you can't wait to try it. Then tomorrow when you try it and you have it, you talk about it. You share your story. We like to say facts tell, stories sell. People want to know what these products are doing. Now, is Plexus 96 going to make me skinny in 4 days? No, but I can talk about the recipes I'm doing and how much my kids love it and how I mix my Slim with it and it tastes delicious and it's a belly buster, recipe. I can make a whole story of several posts about just trying the new Plexus, it's not new, but a new product for me, Plexus 96. So tell your story, post on social media immediately, and we're going to talk about posting in a minute. Make your Frank's list. We're going to go deep into that in just a minute. Reach out to close friends and family. Like I said, pick up the phone. It's just hard for me to believe anyone doesn't have 3 people who you can just say, hey, Mom, 60-day money-back guarantee. Come do this with me for 60 days and let's just see how it goes. And then educate yourself. And honestly, you're on here tonight, so you're educating yourself. Before you if you really are in this for the business, if you have any goals, I feel like you have to know your why. Why did you take time at 9, 10 o'clock at night on a Monday night to come on this call with me and learn about Plexus and the business side of things? What is your why? And, I'm a huge believer of writing down your goals. When I first joined my upline, Andrea and Angie and them, they told me to make a dream board. And guys, that is not my personality. I was like, what? This is so hokey. I'm not going to make a dream board. I don't dream it and believe it. That's just not my personality. However, I'm pretty much a follower, so I was like, okay, I'll do it. So I remember this was my first dream board. I was thinking, okay, if I really made good money with this Plexus gig, I would get out of debt. I'd pay off all my debt, and I would take my kids to Disney World. At that point, my kids had never been to Disney World. It was kind of sad. I'm kind of embarrassed by saying this, but I used to see people's pictures on Facebook about Disney World, and I would just cry because I was like, my kids are never going to experience that because I can't afford to take them. So that was a really big deal for me. And honestly, I put it on there. Now, if I had been really transparent, I would have said put a grocery cart. I really just wanted to go to Publix and buy groceries and not pray when I swiped the debit card that it would go through. Like, I felt like, I remember going to Publix and putting stuff back because I was like, I don't have the money in my account to pay for this. But I felt funny doing that because I didn't know everybody. So I just threw a picture of Hawaii and Alexis up there because that's what everybody else was doing. So this wasn't a real genuine dream board, but I challenge you to make a dream board because I'll tell you, within 9 months, every single one of these things had come true. I had paid for my entire family plus my parents to go to Disney World. We were debt free. We were driving Lexus, which is insane. I don't even care about that, to be honest. And we had won a trip to Hawaii, which was, to me, it was our 10th year wedding anniversary, y'all. And Jared and I had never been on a real vacation together. And here I had won a free trip to Hawaii. So all those dreams, I still feel kind of hokey saying it, came true. And now I do new dream boards, and I wish I had put my newest one on here. I have dream boards now, things that I want to accomplish. This year it was one to pay cash for my husband a brand new truck. We were able to do that. The house we're living in, that's one of our goals. So write it down, dream big. Obviously my why wasn't to go to Disney World. That was kind of like my big dream. My why was because of my kids' health and my family. I wanted to provide a better life for my family. So just know your why, because when you're having a bad day, maybe you're like, nobody's paying attention to me. I'm posting consistently and no one's buying from me. Then you come back and say, but you know what? It's worth being consistent. It's worth that person unfollowing me to help my little girl's eczema be gone. It's worth my best friend calling me and telling me she hasn't had a migraine in 2 years than having another friend tell me that she's annoyed by my post. Does that make sense? You have to know why you're doing this. You have to continually believe. And you have to say, you know what, my family's worth it. Because I would venture to say most of our whys pertain to our family. And that's okay. And I'll tell you, if you don't have a deep why, and I hear this a lot lately, your husband provides great for you. Amazing. That's wonderful. It doesn't have to be about money at all. Mine just happened to be we were in a hardship financially. It might just be because you want to help people with their health. And guys, that's amazing. It could be that you're just a very competitive person and you want to go on a shopping spree. I've seen people like that. Know why our goal is wrong, but you've got to know yours. And I challenge you tonight to come up with your why, make a dream board this week, and send it to me. That's what I'm going to say. Send it to me. You might not even know me. Find me on Facebook and send it to me and let me know. And send it to your direct upline, because I love when I know people's why. I can help them better. So when Gabby calls me and says, Julia, I'm so frustrated because 3 of my customers quit yesterday, I can look at Gabby and say, but Gabby, remember, you're doing this because you want to accomplish this. So I can help lead and remember our whys. So know your why. Okay, another part of this is post your why. I challenge my team to post your why at least once a month. Now, not some 400-page essay on Facebook. Okay, guys? Quick. My husband's a journalism major. He always says, lead with the, I don't know what he says, but he does say something. You're supposed to lead with the what's going to catch them. But people follow you on Facebook because they love you. They're not following you because they want to be sold to. So you've got to tell them why you're posting about Plexus on Facebook. Here I am. This is one time, and it's going to look different every month. You can be creative. One time, why Plexus, and I told the story about wanting to take them to Disney World. That was us at Disney World a couple years ago. This is my sorority sister. She just wrote it on a piece of paper. Better sleep, no more moodiness, super energy, tummy troubles gone. Like, that's a creative way where when somebody's scrolling through Facebook, they see, and they're going to stop and read, like, what'd she write on that piece of paper? Oh, Plexus helps with tummy troubles? Let me call Meredith. And so, okay, sorry, I just got a family emergency text, but I'm going to try to finish this up really quick. Again, different things. Whatever way you can, talk about your family. Typically, if you put personal stories with it, it works out better. But just make videos. Facebook Lives are huge right now, guys. I know those are scary, but people love them. So you can go on my YouTube and you can see my 2-year update. And you can watch, that was kind of my why. That was my 2-year update. People like you to be vulnerable and tell your story. It could just be like, I'm doing this because I'm tired of just craving sugar all the time. Again, doesn't have to be deep. You just have to tell your audience why you're doing Plexus. Post consistently. Now, I actually changed the slide tonight. Used to, we were like, post 3 to 5 times a day. The more you post, the more you make. Okay, we're going to draw it back here because there's a lot of people selling stuff here lately. We want to look attractive. Guys, you've got to post about Plexus every day. Honestly, 1 time is probably going to be okay. Maybe 2 if you're really excited and just have a really good story. The main thing is you've got to balance your Plexus post with personal posts, and we're going to talk about that. Now, there are prime times to post. Early morning when people are getting ready. Late night, people are watching, Facebook. Just don't post at like 3 o'clock in the morning. You shouldn't be awake. But, use your brain there a little bit. I did just say that. And just post when people are on Facebook. Holidays, Saturdays, Sundays, great times to post. Sharing versus selling. Let's look at this real quick. Personal posts are more effective than advertisements. You see this over here, y'all. I made this post when I first joined. Let Plexus Slim help you be super mom. Guys, that looks like a graphic. That looks like you're trying to sell me something. Look over here. This is my best friend, childhood best friend, Jen. You know, spring break right around the corner. You know, thanks to Plexus products, we are staying healthy and providing the energy we need to keep up with the busy season. And she took a picture of like her kids' ball caps and the products they're using. So that shows me her family is actually using these products, why they're using them. Again, you know, life happens. We get put on antibiotics. I think it's kind of good to show people that we're not snake oil, that we, you know, we're not magic. We still get sick sometimes. But if you're on an antibiotic, you should be on a probiotic. So that's a great post right there, like my real antibiotic with my probiotic, and talk about why do we need a probiotic with antibiotics and how they work, instead of something like this, you know. And again, this picture of Kelly. We know we all love our selfies. Now, I'll tell you this. Do not do a selfie every single day. I do have people like that every single day. It's just them and their pink drink. You got to change it up. Your audience wants to see it. But this shows me Kelly's actually drinking that. This shows me like, it's just graphic-y and you're trying to sell me something. So, tips on social media. First thing, like and comment on posts and pictures. You have to stay active. Spend at least 10 minutes a day just liking and commenting on people's stuff. If you were a Facebook stalker before and you just never really liked and commented on people, start commenting. Start using your thoughts. Never click share on a post. If you see anything you see on Facebook, you can use. I can't handle it when people write, can I use this? I love it. Of course you can. Just copy and paste and use it. Now be careful if the people are in your network. You might want to save it and use it in a couple of weeks because we all don't want to have the same exact post. When someone likes your Plexus post, message them. This is a huge tip, guys. If someone likes your Plexus post, that's like a green light of saying you can message them without it being weird. Message them. Don't throw up Plexus on them. Just say, hey, I noticed you like my Plexus post. Are you familiar with Plexus? That's all you have to say. And then they're going to say, oh, yeah, I already take it. I buy it from so-and-so. Then you can mark her off your list. You know, she's someone else's customer. Oh, I used to take it. It doesn't work. Great conversation. Well, what did you take? Oh, you took that? Well, I love this instead. You know, conversation starter. Oh, you were just supporting me? Thank you so much. You know, if you ever have any questions, I'm here to help. Or they might say, you know what, I'm actually thinking about it. Could you send me some more information? So just, it's a conversation starter. And you have to remember, guys, you're not very seldom are you going to start a conversation and they're going to buy that day or even that week and maybe that month. It's a conversation, a back and forth. So you're really just trying to get conversations going. And remember to post every day. And I'm going to say it again, every day. You really need to, especially at the beginning, because you posting consistently, you're thinking this looks like I'm being annoying, some people say. No, what it portrays, what it communicates is that you're excited. You're excited and you believe in it. So remember, our non-Plexus posts are just as important as Plexus posts. So you can't just post one Plexus post a day and be done with it. You've got to post about your life. Now, I was an oversharer before Plexus, so this became easy for me. Pictures of my family. My faith is really important to me, so I like to do Bible verses and links to devotionals and such. Funny little TV shows. I'm a TV-aholic, so you know anything that's going to gain interest. This you'll never see on my Facebook page because I don't like burpees or squats or crunches, but you might. So this is part of kind of like what we say, branding yourself. Take whatever you love and post about it. If you love to cook, post your recipes and your pictures. You love to garden. If you're a teacher, post about that. Don't try to make up a whole new, like, oh, I need to be really interesting for Facebook. No, be you. Be you, but be bold you. If you love to read, talk about the books you're reading. I love when people recommend good books on Facebook. Just be you. And just make sure you're always, every day, making a non-Plexus post also. And typically it gets easier. I'll tell you, it's just a kind of a way. Like now I could overpost all day because I have a billion things. And my life really isn't that interesting. I just like to share my life. So just kind of remember, this is kind of your business now. It's social media. It's network marketing. So interact with your Facebook audience. So the more you interact with people, the more they see your stuff. So like and comment on their posts and pictures, especially comment. Oh, your baby looks so cute. Oh my goodness, I love your Christmas tree. You know, you're going to see lots of stuff for the holidays. Ask questions on Facebook. I always use an example. When we were going to Disney World, I hired a girl to plan my whole trip. I have friends that go like 4 times a year for some reason. Sorry for those who love Disney. I could ask them where to eat at Magic Kingdom, but instead I go to Facebook and say, hey, where's your favorite places to eat in Disney? And I get like 400 responses. People love to give you their opinion. And the more they comment on your stuff, the more they're going to see your Plexus stuff. Same thing with, you know, I'm looking for a light. Hey, guys, where can I go find this light? Now, sometimes I really, truly have questions, and I like to ask Facebook, but I use that. These aren't really my style, but a lot of people love this. Like, what's really popular now is the gift thing. Like, post a gift that reminds us of the first day we met. You know, you've seen all those. Like, post a gift that from the year that you were born. That, I promise you, people are being smart. They're not just really wanting to see all those. They're trying to get you to comment on stuff so that they, that you will see their stuff more. That's how Facebook works. So as you post, you've got to rotate what kind of post. You can't just, and I think new ambassadors typically only do health testimonies, whatever's interests you. So like I post a lot about eczema when I first joined in the ProBio 5 because that's what I need, and that's okay. But everybody needs health, wealth, or weight loss. And guys, my team page, Jewel Heiss, is full of great testimonies from people on our team that have testimonies from all 3 of those. If you need help with testimonies, reach out to your upline and they can help you. You've got to educate your audience about our products. So you literally could take a product today and for the next 18 days have a good post. ProBio 5, best probiotic on the market, and explain what it does. Guys, I've been doing this for over 3 years. I still have people that come up to me and say, oh, you sell that energy drink. I do not sell an energy drink. Plexus Slim was developed for type 2 diabetics to regulate your blood sugar. Like, you know, like I have to continually educate my audience. BioCleanse, great magnesium supplement. You know, so just take a product today that's 18. Weight loss. This is Tina Marie. She's a girl I used to babysit. She's lost over 100 pounds. She's on our team. And guys, I'll tell you that find them and maybe friend them. And you can even message them and say, hey, I'm going to share your testimony tonight. That way they'll go comment under it so that people won't think these people are fake. That's what I always say. You want to make it as real as possible. You can share my story. I have plenty of testimonies out there. And you can say, I just listened to this girl give this super long training tonight. I'm so excited about Plexus. Listen to her Plexus story and share my Plexus story. Just make it real. And then, you know, of course, the fun. This is just us at the Jules and I, a few of us at a Plexus event. A lot of times people just want to be a part of something. So when you have meetings or you meet somebody for a lunch date or you're just talking Plexus, take a selfie, take a picture and post it. A lot of times it says fun that often attracts people. Have something to give, guys. This is kind of where I fell. Unfortunately, these are not available anymore. I'm not sure what's available in the new back office. I prefer brochures over business cards, but make sure you carry, especially with the holidays, guys. They're coming up. When you're standing in line on Black Friday or you're standing in line at Toys R Us, wherever you're going, you're going to get in conversations and you want to be able to give them something. Wear swag proudly. Now, this is something that I said I would never do. Again, I would never do that. But this is me at the park one of the first weekends I moved here, and I wore, someone gave me this shirt, and I was like, oh, I wear that Plexus shirt. And someone actually asked me about Plexus. To me, Plexus shirts is free advertisement, and it doesn't make things awkward because people see it and they're like, oh, what's Plexus? Now, then you're thinking, okay, what do I say? Guys, you don't need we call it an elevator speech, but I say don't memorize something like health and wellness company that sells supplements. Tell your story. Oh, my 2 youngest, they had severe eczema, and my friend gave me a ProBio 5, and it cleared up their skin. I absolutely love the products now. And now, you know, my husband and I are able to stay at home with the kids. You know, like I tell my story, and by the end of it, 9 times out of 10, they buy something from me because they're interested in my story. So know your story. If you don't have a story yet, I just started these products. I'm so excited to see what they're going to do. I hear that they balance my blood sugar and I'm not going to crave sweets like I used to. My friend, and then tell somebody else's story, your friend's story, that the reason you joined the team. Just know what you're going to do. And with the holidays, you should be drinking half your body weight in water. So why not do it out of a Plexus cup? Every time I go to the grocery store, I carry a Plexus cup with me. I just pulled this out of the bin. I'm going to wear my Pink Friday shirt on Black Friday because guess what? Plexus pays for all those toys I'm buying. So just have your swag. Should you go to meetings? And I'm sorry, I'm kind of rushing through this. Yes, go to meetings. If you don't have a meeting near you, have one yourself. I had my first one, y'all. I had never been to one. It was crazy. But if not, ask your upline to do one. I love launch parties. It's a great way to just invite your friends and family to learn about the products. Make your list. So we talked about this earlier. This is one of the things. How many of you have a Frank's list? Raise your hand. Oh, the 2 people I can see are raising their hand. That's good. So 100 people. It's really hard for me to coach people who will not do this because I'm like, you have to know 100 people. Friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids, connections. Of people that could either use our products or use the business. And then every day you're going to start reaching out to them, guys, and tell them why. So this is the method that all of those women that are at the top of the company, we call it 531. And I'm a huge believer. You reach out to 5 people a day and tell them about Plexus. Hey, I know you have migraines, and I've been reading a lot of testimonies, and send them one. I saw this and thought of you. Have you thought about giving Plexus a try? Oh my goodness, Gabby, I think you would be amazing at this business. And this is true. I'm not just lying about this. Gabby has an amazing social media. Like, I looked at her pictures. I found Facebook stalked her when she messaged me. I was like, she's really good at social media. She could really do this. People seem to really like her. Like, and I did tell her that, and I was not lying. But, like, that's what I do. Go tell people truth. I'm not saying be fake and lie to people. Go, random girl that I met at this wedding who's a huge runner, I messaged her and like, I see that you're really into health and you love to run. Have you used our products? We have a lot of athletes that love our products. Oh, no, I haven't. Will you send me some more information? Well, yes, I would love to. That's after 3 years of crickets of messaging her. But after 3 years, I followed up with her. So 3 is follow-up. You have to remember, you're not going to get those 5 people typically the first several times. And then 1 is train 1 person a day. If you don't have someone on your team to train yourself. But you should just be teaching them. Find 3 nuggets tonight. Write down 3 things you learned tonight on this call or that stood out to you and go tell them to your teammates. Hey guys, I was on this call. Julia does this thing called 531. Let's do it next week, every day next week. Hey, power of 3. There's tons of videos with power of 3. Just duplicate what you're learning. So real quick, we're going to end with how to talk to people about Plexus. These are kind of excuses. This is when it gets hard. Not hard, because sometimes it's hard. It's always simple. Is I don't have the money. We're going to kind of do them together. I don't have the money. Well, you know what? I didn't have the money either. But we have a 60-day money-back guarantee, so there's really nothing to lose. That's why I don't feel weird about selling to my friends and family. If they don't like it, they get all their money back. Boom. Most people don't get their money back, guys. I promise. But you know what? If you don't have an extra $100 a month, you probably need the business. Have you thought about doing this business? Or what do you spend your money on? Starbucks, Snickers, extra bag of chips. Typically, we can find, $3 a day. This is just another weight loss scheme. Again, I said that. I was like, Andrea, this is just another weight loss thing. Actually, we have a myriad of wellness products, from probiotics to pain relief. Weight loss is just one component. Out of 18 products, we only have 3 weight loss products. I've already tried everything and nothing works. So it's funny. I heard this the other day. A lady said, I tried everything and finally Plexus worked. You know what, guys? What if Plexus was the last thing you ever had to try? And I'm a huge of sharing testimonies. If I know they have lupus, I go find somebody that has lupus that Plexus has helped, and I send it to them. Because, again, I want it to help them. And I think it's just showing them that it's helped other people and people who stay consistent and drink their water and really tried, that it has helped. This is the same thing with ambassadors. I don't have the time. Guys, when I started, I moved halfway across the country. I had 4 little kids. I homeschooled. My husband was never home. I didn't have the internet. I literally drove from out on the river to McAllister's to get internet every night to do my follow-ups. I understand not having the time. There are people, I have friends right now, I'm like, I'm so sorry because I guess I did have little ones, but I didn't have babies. I have Lindsay Russell, who's a diamond with me. She's pregnant with her 4th. Her oldest is like, I don't know how old her oldest, like maybe 1. I don't know if she's even 1 yet. Her oldest is 5. So she has 5 and then she's about to have her 4th. So you can imagine, and she's at the top of the company and her husband travels all the time. We understand don't have the time, but remember how I said Roz didn't have the time? Plexus gave our time back. Because I was committed to Plexus, because I was willing to do what other people wouldn't do for about 9 months, I was able to get all this extra free time now. And I'm really living a life of freedom now. I don't know anyone. Yes, you do. We all know people that we graduated because it will be that person that sat beside you in 2nd grade that you totally forgot you were Facebook friends that will join your team and blow it up. Okay? It might not be your best friend. It might not be your sister. But you never know who's out there looking for something or who's suffering from some health issue that's going to try your products and it's going to change their life and they're going to blow it up. And then your life financially is going to change. So you know people. I'm not a salesperson. Good. When people tell me they're a salesperson, like pharmaceutical sales, and if you're one of these, it's okay, I can help you. But pharmaceutical sales or anybody in sales, they typically don't do very well with Plexus because they're too salesy. We're in relationship marketing. You have to love people. You have to care for them. You have to want to help their health needs. You have to want to help them. Our products work, guys. I don't have to sell them. I just have to be willing to share about them. And I have to be bold. So that's all you have to do. So you have to invest yourself for this to work. Conference calls. Now, I told you there's 3 Zoom calls tomorrow. Do not get on all 3. That's crazy. Pick the ones that work for you guys. Listen to recordings. When I was getting started, I didn't have a lot of time, but I would get the recording and play them while I did the dishes or while I folded laundry or between math lessons. I just listen. I love YouTube videos. These are just some names. If you want to jot down some names, look them up on YouTube and watch their videos. And again, if you have teammates, share those videos. Team pages. I wish I had time, but there's a magnifying glass over the edge and just type in, I always use lupus because my mom, lupus. And everything about lupus is going to come up. Or maybe you're wondering about BioCleanse. You don't know much about BioCleanse. Put in BioCleanse and everything will come up. Back office, it's new, so I can't tell you much about it right now. But just go to meetings too. If you can get to meeting, guys, leaders are created at meetings. Super Saturday's coming up in January. Try to get there. So this is a quick graphic. I try to send it to everyone because I think it's just true. It's 7 steps to success. So take everything I've said tonight, and this is what you need. Screenshot it. I'll send it to you, whatever. Post daily. Okay, we probably need to change the 2 to 3 Plexus posts. I'm giving you freedom of 1 Plexus post a day, okay, guys? Make a hundreds list, and it's always growing. My pool guy, my utility guy that comes over, I'm like adding them to my list. Like people I meet at the grocery store, add them to your list. 5-3-1. Reach out to 5 people, follow up with 3, train 1. Have written goals. Big ones and small ones. Obviously, if your goal is because you really want to go to Hawaii and win that trip, that's a big goal. But to get there, you need to recruit 3 people this month. You need to get silver. You need to get gold. It's step by step. Commit to personal development. Commit to saying, you know what, I don't have a lot of extra time, but I can get on 1 Zoom call in a week. You know, I don't have a lot of time, but I can watch 1 little YouTube thing while I'm driving to work, 3 days a week. Something. And fuel your passion. Know your why. Let your upline and me know your why. And train your ambassadors. For this to work, you can't work your way to the top. I'm only a diamond because I have such amazing people up under me. But honestly, I've poured into them. I've trained them. When I learn something, I text them. I put them in chat groups to help each other. So you have to continually train. So final tips. Be professional. Remember, this is a business. I love this saying. You can work part-time, but you can't work sometime. Consistency is key. And guys, this is so, you've got to remember this for November, December. I know it gets busy, guys. I have 3 kid birthdays in December. It's the busiest time, but I have to be consistent. That means buffering my posts on Sundays, reaching out to my team members. I have to be consistent because I can't say, I'm so busy during the holidays, but I'll just pick up on January because that's what I'm going to go backwards. We can't do that. So keep in touch with your customers. Happy customers make the best ambassadors. That's very true. Don't get bummed out if you're only getting customers. Keep them happy. Help them fall in love with the products. And then when they're ready to jump in the business, they're ready. And I love this graphic. Success looks like I joined and I just shot straight to the top. I promise you this is what it looked like. It's like a roller coaster. Like good days, bad days, you just got to say, that's why it's important to know your why and to know that, I'm committed. When I joined, I called my good friends. I said, guys, let's give this 6 months, like our all. Like, let's give this 100% of us for 6 months and see where it goes. If we're not making $1,000 a month, we'll quit. Now, guys, I'll tell you, I fell in love with the products. Even if the business went away, I would not go a day without my ProBio 5, my X Factor, and my Bio Cleanse, because there's probably my Slim. I can't because I love them. However, the business did take off. So grab some friends or maybe just yourself and say, you know what, I'm going to give this from now to May. And I'm going to give it my 100%. I'm really going to give it my all from now to May and see what happens. And I really believe with consistency and excitement that you could grow a business. So that's kind of the end of it. As you can see, this is our winning team. So after all this, I really want you to think, okay, who's next? Like, can you see yourself here? Because honestly, everybody on here is so different. I mean, we have, I don't know, it just makes me laugh. And that's what I love about Plexus. It's not a cookie cutter mold that you have to be this certain way to succeed. We have crunchy dietitians, holistic doctors on our teams. And then we have people like me who, eat tacos and hamburgers. There's no cookie cut mold here to succeed. So let me stop sharing real quick. I'm going to